What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. Okay, let's do a little speculation. That's always one of the fun things to do. So I wanted to chat about the upcoming rewards cards. Now, I don't have any inside information when it comes to this, so I'm literally just taking numbers out of my butt and throwing them out there. Actually, that's incorrect. I'm not even going to throw out numbers. It's more so just looking at this from a theoretical perspective on what it would mean if the numbers ended up being higher or lower than what we have seen. So right now, right on the screen, I have the current rewards cards that are in print. And I think the biggest thing to know, first of all, is that we have had these cards in circulation, or at least they've been printing for more than 6 months at this point, and none of them are at 50%, or I'm sorry, over 50%. The rewards cards, reward cards are like 49.8, so that's fine. I can round that up. But if you are looking at the rares and epics, those are the ones lagging behind the most. Those are at 40%. Now, when these cards first came live, I believe it was either September or maybe October. So that's why I'm saying we've gone more than 6 months already with us being in May. And if the ideal time for these to be in circulation would be 1 year, then obviously we're lagging well behind that. Not too far though, not too far. So just something to consider. Although keep in mind that there was a heavy rush in the beginning as bots were farming a ton of these in September and October before the bronze nerfs came in, and then everything kind of slowed down as all these accounts. You could have like unlimited inflationary amount of accounts that could farm the cards. That went away. So I guess what we're looking at here, and as a quick reminder, I'm not going to pull it up, but I do have it. I do have it in my memory from a total BCX that will be printed. For common cards, it was going to be 8 million per card. For rare cards, it was going to be 2 million per card. For epics, it was going to be 800,000 per card, and then for legendaries, 200,000 per card. So quite a bit across the board. I mean, 8 million of these like Gargoyle Lions, Pelacor Mercenaries, Conjurers, like that's a heck of a lot. Now, here's the thing, and this is what I've been spending a lot of time thinking on, and what I want to get your opinion on as we get closer to the launch of the rewards rework, which will include the launch of new rewards cards, of which I think we've been told there's going to be about 10 of them. So it's going to add a significant amount to how many are currently in print. Now, looking at those numbers, here's the thing: if the team were to print a higher amount, which I don't think is going to happen, right, considering how slow these have been moving. If the team were to print a higher amount, I'm not exactly sure what that would signal outside of the team being very bullish on the continued growth of the game, or again, this would be the other part, the team potentially thinking that Chaos Legion will not sell out in the very near term. Therefore, if the sale of packs of Chaos Legion are going to be out for a while, they will want Chaos Legion rewards cards or Chaos Legion associated rewards cards to still be in print with them, right? So if at this point pack sales have slowed so significantly that there's no chance of Rebellion coming out in Q1 of next year, well then maybe by launching this, I'm thinking that Rebellion might not come out until Q3 of next year. So launching these cards with an even higher, and I'm going to say like equal or higher, would mean that they want these to be in print for the next 12 months, right? And I'm getting this 12 months from, I don't know where, so I can't even attribute to this team. That's why I'm just going to take it on me. So this is why I'm saying it's just speculation. But if they wanted to go another, roughly 12 months, and let's say this thing comes out in June at this point, so we'll say mid-year, that would mean that we wouldn't really be looking at Rebellion until Q3 of next year, at which point we would probably start to get Rebellion-related rewards cards around that time. Now, if they do less, this is the tricky part for me, because it's all going to depend on how it is presented to us. Because if they do less, many people will take it as an admission of, well, we overestimated and we printed too many cards, we printed too many packs, and now we need to scale things back a little bit, right? Like, I'm not saying that that's going to be what their attitude is. I'm saying that is going to be how many people will perceive it. And I think that is something that the community will very aggressively jump on if that ends up being the case. So how could the team potentially look at ways to, present the cards to us? Well, look at it this way. We have our quote unquote Chaos Legion cards, Chaos Legion associated rewards cards out here. So if these end up not being like, okay, I don't know how else to say it except for like, if they're launching it with this rewards rework, then maybe you look at these cards as, yes, they're new rewards, but they're almost like, I hate to use it, it's the only other term though, they're almost like promo cards, right? Because they're not part of the regular cycle, which means that the print rates aren't as dependent. You can't compare them apples to apples with the cards that we have here in front of us. Do you get what I'm saying? So if the numbers end up being less, that is one way that they could frame it, where it's just like, well, this is something else here. It's not Chaos Legion because we already have our quote unquote Chaos Legion rewards cards. But I'm just trying to get ahead of where the community sentiment will be regarding this, because like I said, if it ends up being lower, and I think this is why the team is probably keeping it close to the chest at this point. Well, they're keeping everything close to the chest until it's ready to go. But to me, if it ends up being lower, I feel as though the general sentiment in the community is going to go in that direction. So the way I see it is, if these are going to be Chaos Legion related cards or Chaos Legion associated cards, then print them at the same rates, right? If there's a legendary, print them at the 200K limit. If there are rares, print them at that, whatever ends up being the case, anywhere from 200,000 to 8 million, right? For the commons. I think that I wouldn't be surprised if they just went that route, and I would be okay with it, because again, this is the team trying to future-proof the game to make sure that there are going to be enough cards as more players come in and the player base grows. So, again, this isn't trying to think about like how the team is viewing it. It's more so, how is the community going to react if it ends up being lower? So again, I have no idea what's going to happen. I am hopeful. Here's the thing though. Here's the one thing that I'm considering. I am hopeful that in a way, even though the number of accounts may be reduced, the number of earning accounts may be reduced once the Chaos Legion cards, once the rewards rework comes into play, I'm hopeful that maybe all the cards that do end up earn more, right? So for example, like, you can't have, millions of bot accounts that come in with 0 CP and 0 assets owned in the game earning the way that you could pre-October 2021. And now once this rewards rework comes in, now it's going to be tied in. Well, once you come in, as long as you own enough assets in the game and you own the correct assets to play with, right? So it's not just owning enough CP to be in something and then using the ghost cards. It's owning the right assets, understanding the right strategies. Well, then hopefully those who are able to do that, bot or not, bot or human, will be able to earn more, meaning that we find that maybe that same equilibrium, or potentially more cards hitting the market. Because keep in mind, if we get a bunch of new cards to go along with these cards, which are not at 50% yet, or a majority aren't at 50%, then there could be, it's going to take a while to burn through these. Sorry, burn is not the right word, since that means something else, but it'll take a while to print through all of these, right? So I can actually see the amount of rewards being increased in the future. And again, this is going to come down to, for example, like I believe as of right now, in silver and above, your chances of getting a card are 50%, right? And the other 50% is DEC, packs, and potions. Well, maybe in the future, but in the new rewards rework, cards tend to be the most valuable, right? Cards and packs. So we've seen packs, the rate of the rate of pack drops in rewards increases with every league and level. So what if cards end up doing the same. And so, maybe in silver, you still get your 50%, but as you climb to gold, diamond, and potentially even champion, you're getting into like the 70s or maybe even 80% chances of getting a card. Like, what if in champion, and this is where it gets interesting in terms of incentivizing players to play at the highest levels. What if in champion, for example, you get like an 80% pack rate? Sorry, it's not pack rate. That'd be too much. But like 80% chance of a card drop, 10% packs, and then 5% DEC, 5% potion. You know what I'm saying? Like, that could be really interesting and very enticing, because then it's just like, well, I want to finish in champion, or I want to finish in diamond. I always want to finish and stretch wherever I can get into, so that I get the most, bang for my buck, essentially. So that's all I have for you guys in this video. Would love to hear your thoughts on it, though. Again, all of this is speculation. I'm just pulling stuff out of my butt at this point. So would love to hear what you guys have to think about that. Have an amazing rest of your day. I will catch you all in the next video, and I will see you around the game. Take care.